Welcome to Fever Soundbox yet again for a very interesting conversation. My name is Supriya, and today my guest is the one and only Sagar Kari. He's already given me a little bit of a, nervous breakdown about mispronouncing his surname.
Hi everyone. This is Sagar Kari.
Sagar, what exactly is a music curator?
Right. A music curator, ideally, to be very definitive, is someone who puts together uh, music for a different type of audience. If you're a morning person, I would put together a morning playlist for you, thinking how a person should start a morning. Like an energetic morning, or maybe there's something else where I want to start my days very like calmly and like meditative morning. So I put together a playlist for calm and chill songs to go with your vibe in the morning. There has to be someone filtering those songs for the audience to listen, and that is what exactly a music curator does. Catering to different needs of listeners and giving them exactly what they are looking for.
That is actually a
Correct.
talent in itself. Realize hota hai na, to put together the right kind of music. How has the journey been for you as a music curator? And if I may ask, um, do you think it's like a lucrative career option as well?
Like, to be honest, if I go back 10-15 years and I tell my mom, मम्मी मैं गाने सुनने वाला हूँ लाइफ कि मैं लाइक करियर है मेरा गाने सुनना, तो मम्मी तो नहीं मानती. How it started was I used to make a lot of playlists personally also, and वो मैं वो बंदा हूँ जहाँ एक पार्टी में किसी को गाने बजाने, यार सागर को ऑक्स दे दे, वो बजा लेगा कुछ टाइप्स. इंडियन ऑडियंस हमारी थोड़ी डिफिकल्ट है टू मेक देम अंडरस्टैंड समथिंग व्हाट इज न्यू इन द मार्केट, राइट. तो मैं एक्सेप्ट करने के लिए थोड़ा टाइम लग गया, जिसकी वजह से मैंने इतना ज्यादा कंसिस्टेंट कर लिया अपने आप को सोशल मीडिया पे. मैं रोज पोस्ट करता था. आई वेंट स्ट्रेट डेली पोस्टिंग फॉर 70 days, and it was about what's new in music and which new song is that I'm liking. And yeah, so people started recognizing me for, okay, we'll go to this guy's page and we'll find what's new in music.
जब हम musicians की बात करते हैं, considering you yourself are a musician as well, this is something that is always a persistent question on Fever Soundbox कि कितना important लगता है to be a creator while also being an artist.
Yeah, see, there are two perspectives to this. Like, I've been talking to so many artists for last 2 years now, तो उनके भी पर्सपेक्टिव सुनने मिलते हैं और ये मेरा पर्सपेक्टिव भी है. Like, I am a very pro being active on social, because मुझे लगता है कि तुम्हारी ऑडियंस एक बना लो, right? Get them to connect with you on not just work levels but also personal levels, that they know you as a person, and then whatever you are offering to them, they'll be happy to listen to it, or have a look at it.
There is a clutter
Correct.
out there, and in 2024, how challenging do you think it is to actually kind of stand out from the clutter?
मुझे लगता है स्टैंड आउट ना करने के बजाय अपनी ऑडियंस का अगर आप सुनोगे ना, तो और मजा आएगा जर्नी में. अगर मेरे पास 10 लोग हैं जो मुझे बहुत रेगुलरली देखते सुनते हैं, और उनको मैं रोज पूछता रहूँ, यार तुम्हें क्या देखना है, क्या पसंद आ रहा है, तुम अपनी लाइफ में किस चीज से इंस्पायर हो रहे हो, बेसिस ऑन दैट इफ आई स्टार्ट क्यूरेटिंग एंड मेकिंग कंटेंट, वो 10 के 15-20 हो जाएंगे. एंड आई बेसिकली द रूट इज कीप कम्युनिकेटिंग विद योर ऑडियंस. अगर आप 10 लोग से सहमत नहीं हो एंड यू स्टिल गोइंग फॉर दैट, नहीं मुझे तो 100 चाहिए, आप 10 लोग की सुन ही नहीं रहे हो, but they are there in the first place, they are waiting for your content, communicate with them. And stand out wala to alag cheez hai yaar. The trends are keep changing like within seconds. So you will do your trends, you will maintain your identity, but the root is keep listening to your audience, talking to them, because they are going to be there with you for a while.
What do you think of the independent music scene right now in 2024 in India?
The current independent scene is diverse. I mean, I've never seen a more versatile sound in a very long time in history of Indian music. It's amazing how Indian classical is merging with like techno. It's
Yeah.
amazing. Just a boy with a guitar is doing massive numbers. If you know who I'm talking about. So like people like Anuv, then there's so many people just doing great numbers, having a very like close knit audience. So it's here and there. And अभी इंडियन म्यूजिक सीन में, इंडी म्यूजिक सीन में भी बहुत छोटे छोटे clutters of audiences बन रहे हैं.
We all saw what happened with Big Dog, Hanuman Kind. What did
Ah,
you feel about
exactly.
that? The way it was received globally.
And I saw Big Dogs because it before it became like that Big
Yes.
Dogs, and
Yeah.
I went crazy looking at the music video, and I showed everyone, ki, look, bro, he just shot in that Maut Ka Kua. From that to getting support from the global artists like Drake is commenting, and you know how Hanuman Kind. I've seen him live once or twice in
Mm,
VH1 Supersonic, and his energy is massive. He is a true performer.
yeah.
Like that music video just stands represents him. He's a true performer, and that time Big Dogs was not there. I was listening to his other tracks and he was at it. But
Wow.
I wish I saw him play Big Dogs live. I want to see him live once again.
But Sagar, this is one moment where I also want to ask you that independent scene में अभी कौन सा ऐसा artist है or could be
Mhm.
a duo or like a band or something that you feel is something to
Right.
absolutely look out for and why?
I'm really rooting for Dikshant, who's been doing amazing work since lockdown, and he's trying to change his sound a little bit to add more elements.
Mm.
Then we obviously we had Mitras. I was really rooting for Mitras, but then the band the duo split. So I'm hoping Anmol does it and makes it up for everything that we hoped from them.
I'll point out a favorite of mine whom we featured on Fever Soundbox as well, and they were the first few artists we featured in season one itself. Khosla Raghu have been
Oh my God.
a darling, like a duo that is such a favorite of the whole
God, I'm a huge
scene.
fan of Rishabh's voice. Like I had them on the first season of Sounds Good with Sagar Kari, the podcast,
Hmm.
and one of the most rooted duo, I would say that because they know what they're doing and they're very confident. I've seen them live once,
Hmm.
and I they've told me once that they're a huge fan of Coldplay, and I before me knowing that, I told them if Coldplay were an Indian band, your sound would have represented them the best.
So, Sagar, I'm going to ask you a very controversial question now. Who do you think in the recent
Yep.
days, months, is the most overrated artist?
Backlash for this.
Okay.
मुझे सबरीना कारपेंटर का लग रहा है.
Just when that one song is
No,
doing
no, 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 no. I'm sure there's like a huge story behind her success, and she's put in so many years behind it. But it's probably because of social media that it just overdoes something, and then you're like, "कि नहीं यार इसको वापस नहीं सुनना है."
So yesterday we were talking to Ayushmann Khurrana, okay?
Oh
And
my God.
Ayushmann says that the one artist that he's actually um, keeping an eye out on is Sabrina Carpenter because
Oh
he
my God.
he feels that she's not been listening to herself. I think she was just trying to be very mainstream and listening to everybody but herself. And with espresso, she just went on her own. And now that song
Correct.
is just trending and out there and doing well. So his ideology is that's what artists need to do. They need to look within. Tell me how it
Damn.
started and tell me about how you've been creating.
Good. So I'll go back to me being able to pick up guitar as an instrument. Right, this was just because I have an elder brother who's been inspiring me to listen to more music. There's always an elder sibling, ye sun,
Yeah.
yeah, wo sun. But by like stealing his iPod or something like that. So
Yeah.
I picked up guitar because I wanted to play the music that I was listening to.
Mhm.
So I started playing very international stuff. Again, Coldplay was one of the most inspiring artists while I was growing up.
True.
Then I was listening to indie bands like Indian Ocean, I would say.
Message for all the budding artists, musicians out there.
A message is very simple. I try to be socially active because you just focusing on your art will probably not get you where you want to be, and try to learn a bit of everything at the beginning stages. Once you've sort of covered good terrain, you can have teams and stuff, but for now, try to learn editing, try to figure out how social media works, talk to people, DM random people who you want to collaborate with, DM me if you want to show me your songs.
Hmm.
But be out there, be proactive, and also take time to, give that finesse to your work. Yes.
That's good advice. Sagar, thank you so much for being on Fever Soundbox. What a pleasure, and we look forward to talking to you soon.
It's a pleasure. I just enjoyed it. I wish we do this again and we meet in person. Yes.
Absolutely, we will. We will. Thank you for being on Fever Soundbox.